welcome to another episode. Today we're going to talk about my favorite thing, bags. Well, maybe not bags, bags. So today I'm going to review the Tenba Shootout 32 liter. And what better place to do that than on top of a mountain in the middle of nowhere. Wow. All right, let's get this situated. I don't know how I don't really think about the layout of this so much as okay, so we're resituated now so that the light works and comfortable and you guys get a good view. So let's talk about this thing. So if you guys have been following my channel, you probably know that a few months ago I was robbed and they stole a lot of stuff from us and I was very sad, including my other bag. So anyways, if you want to see that video and hear more about what happened, you can check it out. But Tenba sent me this bag afterwards, so we started talking and they wanted to help me out, so they sent me this bag and I'm extremely grateful. So if anybody from Tenba ever watches this, thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. And just a quick side note is that I'm not being paid to do this. This is not sponsored or anything like that. This is just a bag that I wanted and they wanted to help me out, but there's no strings attached, so I'm going to tell you guys my full honest opinion. So let's get into it. So first of all, this is kind of like the biggest bag that Tenba makes. They make the Axis 32 liter, but I don't think they make anything bigger than a 32 liter. And again, if you guys follow my channel, you probably know I have a lot of gear and I like to pack my bags real full, so I needed the biggest bag possible. So I asked for the 32. So right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you, I've had this bag for a couple of months now, and I wanted to wait doing the review because I don't like reviewing gear like the day after I get it or something like that, especially when it comes to a bag, because you can't just wear a bag for a day and just be like, oh, this bag's amazing, you know? No, I needed to wear it, I need to hike with it. I've tested it out in a bunch of different scenarios and a bunch of different weather. And the first thing I love about this bag, and the thing that I think is most important, is that it is super comfortable. So these straps are fantastic. They are wide and they're a little bit thick, but not too thick. They're seriously comfortable. And then this thing right here, these big, beautiful hip straps for my big, beautiful hips, they are fantastic. So my previous bag, I had the f-stop Loca UL, and unfortunately I don't have it anymore to compare it, so we're going off memory here. But the f-stop Loca UL had very thin pad on the hip strap, and I've noticed a few other bags that have had really thin hip straps, but this does not. And they're removable, so you can pull that whole thing out if you don't want it. But for me, and like even getting up here, you guys saw the B-roll getting up here, having this hip strap, climbing this type of terrain, this is the type of stuff that I shoot in a lot for my adventure photography stuff. So having a bag that's comfortable and that can stay on me really well and distribute that weight is the most important thing to me by far. So I love that is leaps and bounds better than previous bags that I've had. So I haven't really tested it in like a complete torrential downpour yet because yeah, I live in New Mexico. But I have tested it in the snow and the frost and sub-zero temperatures and a little bit of light rain. And I'm happy to report that these zippers are super beefy and the water repellent works great. And I haven't had to use the included rain cover, which is awesome, by the way. All right, so let's go over the outside of the bag real quick. Some of the things that I really love. I love the mesh pocket so that I can have my tea. And on this side is another mesh pocket. There's a side panel here, which I may or may not use to pull out camera. And if I don't use that, I'll be sure to lock it up just with a little lock or something, or a zip tie. But it does have the pouch here and strappy things here. And then another pouch here, which I have all kinds of little accessories in, which is great. But what I do is I put tripods on these sides, or a water bottle and a tripod on this side. So this bag has the tripod thingy here, which you can take this whole thing off, and then it has this right here. So you can pull that out and you can slip your tripod in there and attach it on front. And that's really good for weight distribution, I suppose, but I don't like to do that, especially because this bag is a front loader. So I don't want to be trying to get in and out of my bag with a tripod on there. That's kind of a pain. So I'm going to keep it on the sides, and I can put two tripods, and I do that a lot. So I can just strap in both tripods here to this side, to these sides, and that's fantastic. And if I had to have three tripods, I guess I could do that. So it's got these front pockets here that, oh, sweet. This bag is full of surprises. Pop-Tarts. I'm going to get back to you in a minute. So these pouches, I was a little worried about these pouches at first, but then I realized that they have these little pocket groovy things there, and they keep things from falling out, so that's really nice. I still don't know what I'm going to use those for other than Pop-Tarts. Oh, but I got hand warmers. So I got lots of hand warmers in this one apparently. All right, but the biggest thing in the front here is this pouch, and this thing goes all the way down. That's my hand right there. So that's really good for stuffing jackets into and anything else big, that clothes, gloves, hats, whatever, you know, that goes all the way down. So I could stuff that full. So I like that a lot. I like that it's not just this little thing up here, it's all the way down. It also has a laptop sleeve right here that says it can hold a 15-inch laptop, but I can tell you I'll never use that because my laptop is 17-inch and it will not fit in there. So I don't care about that. The one thing I would put in there is when I need model release forms, or if I have client contracts or something and I have to hike with papers or documents, I'll definitely put those in there. And then lastly on the side, it's got this pouch here, which this also goes all the way down. So that's really handy if you have like longer shotgun microphones. They even have a little picture of a shotgun microphone or a little picture of a monopod if you want to slip that in there. That's kind of cool. I haven't really used it for anything, but it's there. So I like all of the pockets for sure, because the one thing I miss about my Loka and all my other backpacking style backpacks is the additional space to put extra things in that aren't photography related. So I like having all these extra pouches and pockets and everything, especially this big deep one for jackets and stuff. It's nice to know that I can still carry all that stuff if I need to. Yeah, and Brittany just mentioned too, like this whole bag overall is nice and compact, so it fits on me really well. It's still airplane approved for travel and all that stuff, so I do a lot of travel, so that's really important that it can fit in the overhead bins and all that stuff and carry everything I need. So let's get into inside. So inside, I'm not going to go over what's in my bag. I'm going to do a separate video for that, but I'm just going to show you, I'm just going to pull everything out and show you that it can hold quite a lot. So I've got another camera. I've got the 1DX Mark II, which is a big pro body, and the 16-35, which is filming me right now. But that fits in here nicely because it's nice and deep, so there's no problem there. I carry two big telephotos, so you know that those can fit. These are all, I can just rip these out no problem and stick them in however I need to. A bunch of filters, more lenses, batteries, all kinds of stuff. More filters. So that's basically the inside. I don't think you really need to see too much there. I'll do more of that in the what's in my bag. So like I said, the cool thing about the 32 liter is that I can fit both camera bodies in there when I need to. That's random. So that's really important to me. Like when I do multiple camera setups a lot for time lapses and just, you know, for vlogging purposes and all that stuff. So that's really handy. It's also, Pop-Tarts are also a necessity, so having room for food because I like to snack a lot. That's very important. Some more things on the lid here. So there's all these pockets, which are nice. I've got some memory cards in there. There's a ton of place to put memory cards and cords and, you know, all that kind of stuff, which is really nice. Even on the inside of this flap here, there's more space. So they gave me they give you free lens cloths with this, so that's cool. All right, so that's kind of about it. I don't want to go too crazy on this and have another 20-minute review like I did for my Loka bag. Oh yeah, I love the zippers too. I love the big, thick zippers that are very easy to use, that haven't got stuck. I love that. So love the pockets, love the space, love the weatherproofing. Most importantly, love the straps, the comfort, the airflow, the way it feels on my back, all of that stuff. It just feels so good.
Oh, don't forget to mention how the bottom is reinforced so you can set it real nice.
Oh, right. Yeah, and then Brittany just mentioned too, not to forget to tell you that this bottom is like extra reinforced for weather sealing and thickness and padding and stuff, so it makes it easier when you have to set it down, like you know, on something hard or wet or muddy or whatever. So I like that a lot.
It stands real nice and steady without falling over.
So yeah, it stands real nice and steady without falling over. So I love the internal stuff. I love being able to organize this however I want. They gave me came with a ton of these, way more than I needed, but a ton of those. So I love all that stuff. Love all the extra pouches.
So it's really customizable.
Yeah, it's very customizable. I really love the customizability, customizing. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Probably never use that tripod thing though. That's just me. I know I'm weird. I don't set things up the way most people do, but that's cool. So let's talk about the downsides real quick. The biggest downside to me, something I would really love to see changed, or if I don't know if they could, but I would really prefer to have it not open from the front like this, and instead open from the back. And the reason being, for me, the two reasons is one, theft protection. That's kind of the second reason. The first reason is when you're out hiking and you want to put your bag down and grab stuff, it's much easier to put your bag down like this and not get your straps dirty and then pull your camera stuff out that way. So I really enjoy working that way. I prefer working that way versus setting my bag down like this. And if it's muddy or sandy or anything less than perfect outside, this kind of area, it hasn't been too bad for me yet. So I'm not gonna knock anything and say it's horrible. I'm just gonna say that's a personal preference for me. I've had to just dust it off a little bit or whatever, but it hasn't been horrible. So yeah, this is in short, maybe not too short. In summation, this is definitely an awesome bag. It's my first Tenba bag. I will definitely be looking into more Tenba bags in the future. Again, huge shout out to Tenba. That's another reason I highly recommend them. Their customer support is amazing, and they seem to be an amazing group of people that are really dedicated to making awesome bags. And I'm really looking forward to continuing using this thing. So if you guys have any questions about anything that I went over or didn't go over concerning this bag, anything you want to know, leave those in the comments below and I'll definitely answer them. Hit that like button if this video helped you out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. After Pop-Tarts. Yes. I mean, what's better than Pop-Tarts and an epic view?